Your Majesty, the Lady Larkin's innocent. I'll tell you the truth. I forced her to leave against her will.
Oh.
That's not true.
Why, you low!
No, just a moment.
Larkin, what are you doing with that man?
What are you doing with that woman?
Just a moment.
You go to your room.
You don't tell me what to do, you libertine.
Quiet! Might I remind you that you are still one of my ladies-in-waiting? Get above stairs where you belong and prepare what's her name for bed.
Your Majesty.
Do as I say. Now, Sir Harry, step forward. You relax. I want this minstrel banished from my kingdom. I want him out of here by daybreak. Sextimus, go to bed. I don't want you groping around in the dark all night. And as for the rest of you, listen closely. There is a little girl upstairs who is dog-tired.
No, she said she was going to go study for her test.
Yes, well, let her study. But when she's ready for bed, I want her to get a good night's sleep. Is that So I want quiet around here. Listen, I want quiet, and I'm going to get quiet if I have to scream the place down myself. Quiet!
Good. Well, if Mama tests you in spelling or literature, you're sure to pass, Fred. Now that leaves history.
History. That takes in quite a lot, but let's give it a whirl.
The first chapter is called The Bravery of Prince Waldir.
Waldir.
Young Waldir, wishing to slay the dragon Fafnir.
Who?
Wishing to slay the dragon Fafnir.
Oh, yeah. Fafnir. That one.
Takes his father's sword, Minning.
Minning.
Disguised as the west wind, he goes into the forest, surprises Fafnir in his lair, and slays him. Whereupon, he is enabled to understand the speech of birds. Meanwhile, his father, Albric, disguised as a sacred goat, tells him that the spirit of Gunther...
Oh, yeah, Gunther. But I thought that... Did you ring for a page boy?
No.
You've got the wrong room, son. Aren't you Larkin?
Yes, Your Highness.
What's the matter?
I
have a suit just like that.
am in disguise. I was running away.
I see. Well, just sit here and rest. Dauntless, pull up a chair.
But the Queen has ordered me...
Never mind what the Queen has ordered. Just sit here.
But, Your Highness...
Now sit down. What's this all about?
Just go out on the parapet and stand there naked and catch a chill and die. That'll show him.
Show him what?
He'll be sorry.
Who?
Horrible Harry.
You mean Big Nice Harry?
Just a minute. What did you do to him?
What did I do to him?
Well, you must have done something. You're talking the way I did once when I was afraid to go home because I'd given my little brother a bloody lip. It was an accident.
We had a little disagreement.
So you decided to run away?
He said some perfectly horrible things to me.
I see. Well, in that case, I guess you were right. I guess about the only thing you can do is pack up and get out. Unless, of course, you go to him and say you're sorry. Listen, that Harry is a wonderful boy, and he really loves you. Why, we were on the road for 2 weeks, and he never laid a finger on me.
Oh, Your Highness.
Now, you go get into something pretty that shows you're a girl and patch things up with him. Oh, and Larkin, try to act a little helpless. Men don't like girls that are too strong.
I do.
Oh, dear Princess, I don't know how to thank you. If it's a girl, I'm going to name her Fred.
What if it's a boy?
Dauntless, you'd better go to bed and leave the history book.
Oh, I'm positive you're going to pass Mama's test tomorrow. Well, I'm pretty sure. If you don't, I'll understand.
And so the young Prince Waldir, having slain the dragon Fafnir with the sword Minning, rescued the Princess Frigga, and together they mounted his horse, Trigga, and rode to the castle of Wunderbar, where they were married and lived happily ever after. Well, I'm glad. They all lived happily, happily, happily ever after. The couple is happily leaving the chapel, eternally tied. As the curtain descends, there is nothing but loving and laughter. When the fairy tale ends, the heroine's always a bride. Ella, the girl of the cinders, did the wash in the wall and the winders, but she landed a prince who was brawny and blue-eyed and blonde. Still, I honestly doubt that she could ever have done it without that crazy lady with the wand. Cinderella had outside help. I have no one but me. Fairy godmother, 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 where can you be? I haven't even got a fairy godmother. Oh, I haven't got a godmother. I have a mother, a plain, ordinary woman. Snow White was so pretty, they tell us, that the queen was insulted and jealous when the mirror declared that Snow White was the fairest of all. She was dumped on the border, but was saved by some men who adore her, though I grant you, they were small, but there were 7 of them, practically a regiment. I'm alone in the night, by myself, not a dwarf, not an elf, not a goblin in sight. That girl had 7 determined little men working day and night just for her. Oh, sure, the queen gave her a poison apple. Even so, she lived happily, happily, happily ever after. A magical kiss counteracted the apple eventually. Though I know I'm not clever, I'll do what they tell me I have to. Happily ever after to happen to me. Rapunzel had platinum tresses that were double the length of her dresses. She was locked in a tower for years by a wicked old witch. Till one night in despair, down she scrambled by letting her hair down. That's what I call quite a switch. I wonder, it'll never hold. I'll be finished before I begin. And besides, I don't want to get out, I want to get in. I want to live happily, happily, happily ever after. I want to walk happily out of the chapel, eternally tied. For I know that I'll never live happily ever after. Till after I'm a bride. And then I'll be happily happy. Yes, happily happy. And thoroughly satisfied. Oh, yeah.
You're a bully and a tyrant. Just because you won your spurs, you think.
Now, see here. This man is charged with attempting to transport a young woman out of kingdom against her will. That's a serious offense.
He didn't do it. It was a frame-up.
You've got it all wrong.
He was protecting the Lady Larkin.
Sir Harry, I can't leave yet. There's someone I must see first.
Who?
The wizard. Let me see the wizard.
Yes, yes.
No permission denied.
Sir Harry, you're a jerk.
Yes, you are. He's trying to help. We're all trying to help.
How can you help?
By finding out what the test is from the wizard.
That's cheating.
Don't you understand? This is for you.
Let me go see the wizard.
If anyone should defy the wizard's magic, I should.
You stand guard. This is my job. No, you might get hurt. I said you can't go, and that's final.
What's the matter, Papa?
The king mustn't come with us.
I'll get rid of them. Your Majesty, Prince Dauntless is ready to have that little talk with you now.
Well, some other time.
Dauntless, no. It can't be put off. Do your duty, sire.
Well, what is it, Papa? What do you want to tell me?